Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about the Thursday night football game between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. The Green Bay Packers win 27-18. It really wasn't this close, to be honest. It was 27-10 before the Commanders really got a garbage time touchdown, 2-point conversion. I'm pretty impressed with the Green Bay Packers so far. I'm not really impressed with this Commanders team. You know, only won 21-6 against New York Giants. Like, only it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter, I believe, and really didn't look good here tonight. The offense really couldn't do shit until the fourth quarter. The defense, it really wasn't great, to be honest. Jordan Love was pretty damn good tonight. The running game, Josh Jacobs, like they also used Savion Williams, Golden at times as well. I wouldn't say the main problem with the Commanders was their defense. It was really the offense really not able to do shit. But the defense also allowed a bunch of big plays as well. But the Packers have come out firing in these games, man. I mean, they were up 14-3 at halftime. Their defense has looked really damn good through these first two games. I know it's a short week, but the Commanders just look awful. They need to get Krosky Merritt more involved in the offense. JCM. Oh my lord, Jacory Krosky Merritt. They got to get him more involved in this. He only had 4 runs tonight. He was their lead back in the last game. I don't know why he's not getting more snaps. I mean, Austin Ekeler blew out his Achilles, so I guess he's gonna get more snaps now. It's just they've struggled around the football. Every time the Packers blitz, the Commanders just couldn't protect. I think how many times they blitzed Daniels? 11 times, and he was 1 for 9 or something like that. Packers defense did a really damn good job. With the Commanders, Jake Daniels kind of off to start the year here in his second year. Terry McLaurin really hasn't got going. They haven't got him involved much. I feel like they're underusing Krosky Merritt. Just some things there with the Commanders. They gotta clean up. Offensive line really hasn't been great either. They couldn't contain a blitz really every single time the Packers sent it. Connerly was really, really bad. I know it's Micah Parsons, because I know how good Micah Parsons is. Former Cowboy right there. And it just felt like every time he was just cooking the offensive tackles, no matter who was on him. I don't know if he got a sack tonight, but he got a lot of pressure on Jaden Daniels. And their defense was excellent. He only allowed 230 yards tonight. They had 400 yards of offense on their own. What a fantastic game by this team, man. And they've dominated the NFC North champions and the runner-up in the NFC. And back-to-back dominant wins against two good teams. The Commanders may not be as good as they were last year. They may not be as good, to be honest. I'm not really impressed with this team so far through 2 weeks. Because I know it's Green Bay and how good they are. But another solid day from Jordan Love, spreading the wealth across the field. He targeted 4 different Packers pass catchers at least 4 times, so they're spreading the football out as well on the Green Bay side. Excuse me. But yeah, Jordan Love was great. 19 of 31, 292 yards. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Had 3 runs for 12 yards. A phenomenal performance by Jordan Love. First 2 games, he's been phenomenal. 4 total touchdowns. And no interceptions for these first 2 weeks against... While these 2 teams are different, this Commanders team isn't really much different from last year. Really just adding Debo. But they didn't really do much to improve during the offseason. And Jordan Love had 214 of his passing yards in the first half. Like, he was dominant in the first half last week. He was dominant in the first half this week. They were lucky it was an 11-point game, to be honest. The Commanders were at halftime. So Jordan Love was phenomenal, especially in the first half. Second half, really didn't do a lot in the second half. But yeah, he was great. At the start to this season, 35 for 53, 480 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions with a 120 passer rating. And he finished 9 for 15 for 175 yards and both touchdowns against Commanders blitz. The Packers were actually able to pick up the blitz and still give Jordan Love time to throw, where the Commanders couldn't pick up a blitz and Jayden Daniels didn't really have much time to throw. But the Packers really cruised to a victory, and Jordan Love's a good quarterback. Really good quarterback. Really belt to ass in this game by the Packers. And they improved to 2-0. The Commanders, the Commanders, Jayden Daniels, 24 of 42, only 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Both those touchdowns in the fourth quarter. The Packers blitzed him on like 11 of his dropbacks on those plays. He was 1 for 9 with 9 yards and was sacked twice. So they couldn't pick up a blitz. And the Packers held the Commanders to 230 total yards tonight. This is the fewest the Commanders have had in a game with Jayden Daniels as a quarterback. And they blitzed him 12 times. They didn't let him scramble once, and they sacked him twice. And they held him to 3 completions on those 12 dropbacks. What I was saying just a minute ago was at one point in the game, but phenomenal. They didn't let him scramble. They didn't let him use his legs. But also with the Commanders, they have to protect Jayden Daniels better. I know he didn't perform well in this game, but you got to protect him better in the pocket to win against the top teams. They in the NFL, 3 sacks last week against the Giants front, and now 4 given up against the Packers. Protecting your franchise QB and keeping him healthy is everything. And while I don't think Jayden Daniels played that good tonight, you got to protect him better. But he also finished with 4.9 yards per completion, his worst in an NFL game. He is starting and finished, or with more than 20 pass attempts. So there was just too many misses / dirty footballs from Jayden Daniels to start the season. He's too good of a player to miss those. It's just their offense isn't clicking yet. They just got to pick it up. And the Commanders dropped to 1-1 to start the season. So Packers 7 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, 3 in the third quarter, 10 in the fourth quarter for 27 points. The Commanders had 3 in the second quarter, 15 in the fourth quarter, for a total of 18 points. For the Commanders, Austin Ekeler, 8 runs, 17 yards, 2.1 a carry, and 2 catches, 7 yards. Unfortunate, man. He suffered that Achilles injury. He was carted off. They said he suffered an Achilles injury, which is awful. He suffered that non-contact injury, which will put him out for the season. But, yeah, they gotta put Krosky Merritt at the running back spot now. Jayden Daniels, 7 runs, 17 yards, and Krosky Merritt, 4 runs, 17 yards. So, yeah, wasn't really able to run the ball. They really weren't able to run the ball at all tonight. But Austin Ekeler just isn't a great running back. But now that he's torn his Achilles, it's they're going to have Krosky Merritt and who else? Jeremy McNichols or Chris Rodriguez. We'll see what they do. Zach Ertz, 6 catches, 64 yards. Terry McLaurin, 5 catches, 48 yards for Terry McLaurin. So not really off to a good start as Terry McLaurin. He's the single biggest concern going forward. He's got to figure his game out through 2 weeks. 7 catches on 13 targets, 75 receiving yards through the first 2 games. Like, it's only 2 games, but he's got to get going. Deebo Samuel, 7 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Luke McCaffrey, 1 catch, 19 yards. Noah Brown, 1 catch, 9 yards, and Sanat, 1 catch, 7 yards. Their defense got 1 sack from Armstrong, 0.5 from Martin, and 0.5 from Von Miller. But other than that, they really weren't able to get much pressure on Jordan Love. And also Matt Gay, 1 for 3 on field goals, missed 2 field goals in this game as well to Matt Gay. So you leave 6 points on the board, off the board right there, as well as some big missed field goals. But for the Packers, Josh Jacobs, 23 runs, 84 yards, 3.7 a carry, and a touchdown from Josh Jacobs. So a good game from Josh Jacobs there. Ten straight regular season game with a touchdown. Savion Williams, 2 runs, 24 yards for Savion Williams. Golden, 2 runs, 15 yards. Receiving, Tucker Kraft, 6 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Great game from Tucker Kraft. 124 yards on those 6 catches and a touchdown, a career night for Tucker Kraft. Really, this could be maybe a breakout season for Tucker Kraft. Dontavian Wicks, 4 catches, 44 yards. Malik Heath, 1 catch, 37 yards. Luke Musgrave, 2 catches, 32 yards. Romeo Dobbs, 3 catches, 28 yards. And Chris Brooks, 3 catches, 27 yards. The defense, Cooper had half a sack. 1 sack from Rashawn Gary, 1 sack from Deshaun White. What's his name? Devontae White, excuse me. But he had a great game as well. 2 passes defended, 2 QB hits, 2 tackles, and a sack. Michael was great as well. 3 QB hits, 2 tackles, half a sack. And Devontae White also had a career-high 6 pressures. Adrian Cooper, a career-high 4 pressures. They have such a good defensive line with Devontae White, Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, Adrian Cooper. Like I said, Micah Parsons had half a sack. Brooks, half a sack. Half a sack from Sorrell. Their defensive line was just wrecking havoc tonight. And McManus, 2 for 3 on field goals. Now let's go over your team stats here. The Packers, 404 total yards, 269 passing, 135 rushing, 6 yards per play, 22 first downs, 5 for 12 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down, 63 total plays, 2 sacks allowed, 4 punts, 10 penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions, 32 minutes of time of possession for the Commanders, 230 total. Total yards, 179 passing, 51 rushing, 3.5 yards per play. Just struggled to pick up a yard, bunch of it. Couldn't get really many explosive plays. 15 first downs, 5 for 16 on third down, 1 for 3 on third down, 65 total plays, 4 sacks allowed, 4 punts, 5 penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions, and 27 minutes of time of possession. So yeah, the Packers really dominated this whole game. The Commanders were lucky to only be down 11 at halftime, and the score was lucky to only be 9 points. Here at the final. Packers defense just started playing soft when it was 27-10. Green Bay went out and got more balanced. Can't say the same about Washington. It seems they just got older, but didn't improve their problematic defense. Green Bay went out and they've got more balanced with this team. They've just got more balance. The Commanders just didn't. They didn't really improve that defense, and the offensive line didn't really look great. And then you have Eckler suffering an injury. The offensive line has to be better. But also just Jayden Daniels and that offense needs to get clicking. But the Packers are just such a balanced team, man. They spread the football out. Not really specific number 1 receiver. They just spread the ball out. The offensive lines look good and the defense play well. Commanders got to improve. Jayden Reed got hurt. We'll just have to see what the timeline is for him. But yeah, that's all to say here. So, leave a like, subscribe for more. Until next time, Alkalite. Peace, and the Packers win 27-18. Leave a like, subscribe for more on that show.